Warning! There will be spoilers for the Bad Batch Season 2 double episode finale. If you haven't seen it, proceed with extreme caution. Never ever do I hold back. Not even if there's a fire. Yeah, I'm probably going to make several videos on the Bad Batch Season 2. Why? Because it was that good. No one I know in real life watches the show. Wait, real life? That makes me sound like I have a fake life or something. Unless the fringe is right and we're living in a simulation, in which case, what's the point? The point is that you are my only outlet for thoughts and ideas when it comes to the Bad Batch. The emotional ups and downs the Bad Batch has brought me, all on your shoulders. I know that's a huge responsibility for you. Such is the burden you must carry. Alright, I'm sidetracked. Just go with it. Anyways, the Bad Batch Season 2 has a lot going on, and it's a prime example of not judging a book by its cover. In the beginning of the second season of the Bad Batch, even I was questioning what the heck was going on, but I reeled it in and remembered how Dave Filoni creates. Something that seems unimportant in one episode will become a major plot point many episodes or even seasons down the road. Remember the Zillo Beast? How many years had it been since it was captured in the Clone Wars? I think Dave Filoni likes us to drift off and draw us into a false sense of apathy. Then, BAM! He draws us back in and makes us laugh or cry. In the case of the Bad Batch Season 2 finale, yeah, I think the stock prices on tissues went up. Look at him, Dave Filoni, driving the free market prices. Good job, little buddy. But contained within the Bad Batch Season 2 are a great many hidden messages and meanings, and one of which will change the way we view the rebellion versus the Empire forever. Or maybe it has already been changed, I don't know. He may have just solidified it for us. It seems this shift has been happening throughout the newer Star Wars stories, from Andor to The Mandalorian to the Bad Batch, and that's the topic I'm going to be all chit-chatty about today. Confused? Well, you won't be by the time I'm finished, so stick around and let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. But before I put you to sleep with my Bob Ross-esque voice and bad jokes, a quick word from the one who makes this all possible. Me. Hit the subscribe button and give the video a big stupid thumbs up. I'm on a voyage to hit 50,000 subscribers, and I'd like you all to be a part of that journey. I know every freaking YouTube channel asks for your subscription, but mine's special. Why? Because it's freaking Star Wars, baby, and I absolutely promise to deliver on my word. With me, you'll get the best Star Wars content YouTube has to offer, and I'll deliver it in a way that's fun and engaging, and all original content. No rehashes of what other channels talk about, and I don't read from Wikipedia. If we want this channel to be the best poop that ever smacked the face of Star Wars YouTube, then let's do it together. Wait, no. I don't want poop to smack Star Wars in the face. I like Star Wars. I don't like poop. Anyways, it's like the saying goes, if you want to be a leader, then lead. Don't wait for permission. Okay, let's get back to the emotional pain that is the Bad Batch Season 2 finale. Today I want to focus on what Star Wars had been to us up until about 2006 before I move into the Bad Batch stuff. Why 2006? I don't know. I wanted to come up with a year that was post Revenge of the Sith. The exact date doesn't really matter. For all I know, it could have been 2012 when Disney bought Lucasfilm and Star Wars with it. Nope, scratch all that. Let's just go back to 2016 when Rogue One, a Star Wars story, was released. It holds more significance to what I'm trying to say.
Yes, get over that!
Okay. When Star Wars released in 1977 as just that, Star Wars, remember, it wasn't released as A New Hope, we were introduced to the good rebellion that had been fighting the evil Galactic Empire. The premise was to eliminate evil from the galaxy. Pretty cut and dry. I mean, good versus bad. Duh. Who wouldn't get on board with that? It's like saying, no, I hate good. Evil is way better. I was thinking of a horrible utopia. But that's what it was, good versus evil. Contained within this rebellion were good people. Princess Leia Organa. She just wanted peace and love. Nope, not that kind of love. Perverts. Ugh. Han Solo. He was a scoundrel, but a good person deep down, and he cared about his friends. Luke Skywalker, who was actually a bit late to the party because he was stuck on a farm and preferred to dick around with his friends. But he became the embodiment of good, young, naive, and really didn't know what he wanted until he saw a beautiful girl.
You made out with your sister, man!
Okay, let's stop harping on them. I mean, Luke didn't know she was his sister, so that kind of gives him a little bit of plausible deniability. But Leia did.
Somehow, I've always known.
Gross. Where was I before I got sidetracked again? Oh yeah, good versus evil. Okay, the point is that with such cool characters as Lando Calrissian even, there was never a question of who they were at that present time. Lando was a backstabber, but he had a plan all along to free those he betrayed. And from that moment forward, he was a rebel in the fight for peace. We got the sense that the rebellion as a whole had this great idea to hit Imperial military targets and defeat them through open combat, and that when the fighting was over, they had a plan for how the galaxy should be ran, giving all a voice and freedom. But now we're learning something a bit different, that what we were seeing was the icing spread across a big pile of doo-doo. Is that bad? I mean, is it bad that we're seeing things differently now? Not necessarily. It's about depth of story. In the original trilogy, we were seeing a fight at the end of the war, and we weren't shown what happened after that war or just before that moment. Okay, to give a little bit of backstory, in the Clone Wars, we were introduced to another character under the watchful eye of George Lucas himself, a character known as Saw Gerrera, a talent scout who hailed from Onderon. Not really. I mean, he was from Onderon, but he wasn't a talent scout. He was a resistance fighter trying to eliminate the corporate presence of the separatists on his planet. Also, during the Clone Wars, we were reintroduced to Wilhuff Tarkin, the one-day Imperial Grand Moff who would be in charge of some dirty deeds. We know he's evil, from the moment we meet Tarkin to the time he blows up and everything in between. Evil man. Got it? Yay! Now, let's move on to the Bad Batch. I'm taking way more time explaining this than I really should. In the finale of the Bad Batch Season 2, our heroes are on a mission to track down Dr. Buttface Hemlock's shuttle in order to locate Crosshair and save him. While in the military installation, they run into Saw Gerrera, who has plans of blowing up the summit meeting. By the way, have any of you picked up on the double meaning of the title, The Summit? The summit meeting was held on the summit of a mountain. I just thought that was a nice touch. Anyways, the Bad Batch tells Saul that he can't just blow the place up, that they need that shuttle tracked to save their brother. Saw Gerrera basically says, oh well, sorry about your luck. We have to sacrifice innocent people for the greater good. Okay, dick. Then we move over to Grand Moff Tarkin, or whatever his rank is at this time. A man who enjoys skiing and curling, not the weightlifting exercise, the ice sport. As friendly as he may seem. No, wait, he doesn't seem friendly at all. Scratch that. He orders the destruction of the rail line entering the facility. He is then warned that there are troops on that line and that they will be killed. His response? Well, the same as Saw Gerrera. I don't care. Even Count Dooku got on General Grievous for how he treated his battle droids. Okay, so Tarkin is another dick. But we expect that sort of thing from evil people. Win no matter the cost. I don't agree with that mindset, but like I said, we expect it from someone with no value on other people's lives. Before I get berated with comments that Saw Gerrera isn't the typical rebel, that he's on the fringe, I know. But then we have to look at other characters like Cassian Andor, who is sanctioned to do dirty deeds by the rebellion leadership, or how the New Republic is turning a blind eye to pirate attacks on outlying worlds, or the fact that the New Republic disregards reports of the Empire growing again. And there are many other signs of these things within the New Republic and the rebellion. How about the rebellion not wanting to act against the Death Star, an evil weapon that could destroy entire planets? Seriously? You have someone willing to go take care of business, and you're against their willingness to sacrifice? Why? Because it could endanger your own anonymity? So it isn't just Saw Gerrera. The rebellion was willing to sacrifice entire planets just so they could stay safe. Jerk faces. All right, I'm going to calm down for a second. Okay, I'm good. Let's proceed. One of the things the Season 2 finale of The Bad Batch has shown us is that Saw Gerrera and Wilhuff Tarkin are two sides of the same coin. And when we put it into its simplest terms, the rebellion becomes the New Republic, apathetic and unorganized, where the Empire is organized, yet still apathetic to outlying issues that don't involve the occupation of more worlds, nor do they care about loss of life on their own side even. Yo, how are you supposed to win a war if you kill off your own soldiers? For the love of humanity, do these people think about this stuff? How did Tarkin get so high in the Imperial ranks? Ugh. All right, calming down again. Where's my zen? We could still look at the rebellion and the New Republic as the good in the universe. Their intentions were true enough, but the road to chaos is often paved with good intentions. And it's the tail side of that coin that has led to the reemergence of the Empire. And as much as many of you don't want to hear this, it's starting to make more sense as to how the First Order came to be when we all thought the Empire was wiped out. It makes so much more sense than a throwaway line in a movie. Somehow Palpatine returned. But the Bad Batch really did hide that dynamic duo of Saw Gerrera and Tarkin kind of well. There was so much chaos going on at the time, we could barely notice the true meaning behind showing both disregarding friendly fire as something that was necessary, making one just as bad as the other. But we continue to root for the good guys. Why? Well, because they're good. At least they say they are. They just don't know how to govern a large galaxy. But neither did the Empire nor the Republic before them. But we can probably agree that the New Republic is a tiny bit better than the Empire. When it comes to characters like Saw Gerrera and Grand Moff Tarkin, they are willing to sacrifice everyone except for themselves in the Bad Batch. But their end is the same. Both meet their fates at the hands of the Death Star. The Death Star doesn't really have hands. Anyways, it's fitting. Poetry. Yeah, poetry. For a lot of the Bad Batch Season 2, I've been drooling for more of the change from the Republic to the Empire, more about the clones becoming decommissioned, and more about what got us to A New Hope. But it's right there. It has been throughout the whole series. So, my hat is off to you, Dave Filoni, and the writers of The Bad Batch. Good job. You even made me shed man tears. That isn't easy. Not because I'm emotionless, but because I was raised in a time when men didn't show their emotions. We were men. I'm glad there's a switch now, though. But that's all I have for today. I really do enjoy these moments where I get to dive deep into Star Wars, and like I said, there will probably be many more videos on The Bad Batch coming. Let me know in the comments of a topic in The Bad Batch you'd like me to dig into. And yes, sometimes things are deeper than they seem on the surface. If they're not, then it's just mindless entertainment. Before I cut out for the day, a quick word from the man who has 2 thumbs and pays for these videos. This guy. Hit the subscribe button and give the video a like. I'm really trying to hit the 50,000 subscriber mark, and I'd like you all to be a part of the next phase of this channel. The YouTube algorithm is more difficult than trying to understand quantum physics, but together we can conquer this YouTube algorithm. Probably not quantum physics, though. If the universe depends on me to save it by just understanding quantum physics, yeah, sorry, you're all going to die. Me with you. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Until the next video, this is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way, and positivity in the Star Wars community should be the only way.